Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today the car that I'm presenting to you guys is the flagship SUV of Genesis, the biggest SUV and the flagship. And today I'm presenting from Genesis Brampton. So thanks to them and thanks to Michael for providing Genesis vehicles to me. So today the vehicle that we have is the flagship, the all-new 2025 Genesis GV80. So let me show you what are the features this car have that can change your mind from the other competitors. So let's show you the car's exterior first, but before that let me show you the car's key, because the car's key is actually really nice. You have the Genesis logo with this nice quilting touch, and then over on this side you have lock, unlock, trunk open and panic button, and over this side you have remote start, and you can get the car front and back with just the key. Let's start with the front of the car. I'm going to get inside and turn on the full LED headlights. It is on, but I'm still going to get inside. This is with the full light. This is with the hazard. This is with the high beam. This is without the high beam. I'm going to leave it with the high beam completely on. So, from the previous pre-facelifted model, the facelift biggest changes are in the headlights. You have dual full LED headlights with the daytime running lights here, and then you have the side reflector. That's really nice how it's a two separate light that all the way go together, and then you have all the jewels on side that make it look much more nicer. If you keep continuing from there, you have the massive front grille that is in fully chrome. You have the front camera placement right here, and then if we keep going, the grille is open for ventilating the car. You have the headlights again, and then the two parts headlight all the way come till here, and then you have the side hazards light with the chrome trimmings on the side as well, because you don't have any light on the winker mirrors, you have it on the car's actual body. For the front of the car, if you guys look at it in an in-depth way, you have full chrome accents everywhere. The grille is open for ventilating the car. You have parking sensors all around. You have radar for your safety systems. Only problem is the number plate slot that's here, because they couldn't put it there because the radar is there. But if you live like in Quebec or something, you didn't have that problem, but we do. The only reason this car looks ugly is because of that. You have the Genesis logo on the top. You can see it has the design from the old generation logos, that you have those lines that actually mean the car's headlights. And then you have the hood design that looks like it's really muscular and big. Overall, it's pretty nice from the front end. And rain sensing wipers, let's come to the safety systems. It has automatic braking assist, it has lane keeping assist, and cruise control like all standard cars do. So now let me show you the powertrain of the new GV80. Before we get into the powertrain, let me show you this feature, because this is actually a handy feature if you live in an apartment or a condo. So let's start the car up. Just press on hold for it to turn on, and then for getting it front, you just press this button, and there you go, the car is going to come front, and it goes until you leave that button. And then if you want to get it back, you press the same button and it goes back. That's a cool feature to have, not gonna lie. And it detects it that you don't have much space at the back, so it automatically stops. Now let's get inside. It obviously has keyless entry, and let's show you guys the powertrain. So let's first open the car's hood. It's a one-time pull. So if you do that, and then if you come here, there's a lock, and then you can lift it up. So underneath the engine, you can see everything is organized, and this is actually a car that's competing with the German manufacturers. This is the competitor of the Mercedes-Benz GLE, the BMW X5, and the Audi Q7. It is a very good competitor because it is more features but less pricey, if that makes sense. So let's come to this engine. This is a 3.5 liter twin turbocharged V6 engine. As you can see, it has two turbos, that's why it has two intakes, and you can just hear that sound of that suction of air. It says twin turbo on either side and V6 on either side as well. It is very organized, it's pretty nice. It has the 8-speed automatic transmission with insulation on the top. That's where your car's battery positive is for for your jump start. That's where your windshield wiper fluid goes. And yeah, it's pretty nice, it's pretty decent in my opinion. But is it fuel efficient? This is the 3.5 liter version. There's also a 2.5 liter version, and there's also a fully electric version. And it has 375 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque that is going through all 4 wheels. So let's close the hood. There we go. And now we can get to the car's side profile. When we come to Genesis, the Genesis lineup is very big, as into some people, but it isn't big considering to me. Why? It is like other manufacturers, like Mercedes has GLE as the SUV and the E-Class as the sedan. Like BMW too, 5 Series is the sedan, X5 is the SUV. It's the same with the GV80. GV stands for the SUV models and G stands for the sedan models. So the G80 is the sedan and the GV80 is the SUV. The same way, the GLC is the SUV and the C-Class is the sedan. It's the same with Genesis as well, the GV70 and the G70. And a new model is coming for the competitor of Mercedes and BMW. So the X6 and the GLE Coupe is going to go with the GV80 Coupe. Pretty good, pretty nice, good engineering. Now let's come to the car's wheel. The wheels are nice. This is the top of the line, 265/45 R22s with 6-piston brakes and air suspension. It is a nice set of wheels with this exterior color that's green, and I don't know why it looks better if it's green on a Genesis. These are for your turn signals, as you don't have anything on the door mirrors, but when you unlock the car and get in, it automatically unfolds, and you have the camera with blind spot monitoring. You have chrome trimmings all around the window trims and on the car's roof rails as well. The door handles are half body color and half in the chromish treatment. And you have keyless entry like I mentioned, so if you just press this button, it locks the car. And then you have chrome trimmings on the bottom as well, so it doesn't look as boring as it is. And the rear wheels, I have nothing to say. Michelin wheels, these are perfect for this car. And the rear wheels are actually 265/40 R22, so it's actually a little less wider than the fronts. If we get up from there, you can see the aggressive body lines, but we have to go on the other side for the fuel tank. So let's quickly do that. And I have to unlock the car because I did lock it. And then if I come here and just tap it, it's going to unlock the fuel tank where you can fill up the tank. Pretty nice. And then you have the information here, premium fuel recommended, but normal fuel works. Now let's get inside and turn on the rear tail lights. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button. There the lights turn on completely, but I'm going to turn the hazards and put the car in reverse. And I'm going to put it back to park, and then I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the rear. The rear are pretty much same. You have no updates, but the tail lights are, it was beautiful before and it is now. You have red hazards, and then you have the tail lights, the same two, and then you have the GV80 written, the Genesis written, and then you have 4-wheel drive and 3.5T written. It's the same on this side as well. If you come up from that, this is your rear windshield wiper washer. Obviously it has that included. You have your upper stop brake light, and then you have the shark fin antenna. You have the rear view mirror camera placed right here, as you can see. And then you have the button for opening the boot right here. So if I just press that, it opens the power tailgate, and it has more than enough storage considering this is a 7-seater. So if we just get this towards a little side, we have some underneath underfloor storage where your partial cover goes and your tire repair kit. But if you want to fold down the third row, you can do that. If you want it up, you can do that as well. You have no buttons here, you just have some light placements. But if you come through this side, you have some buttons placement right there. So for folding down the third row, I can just press this button, and then it's going to get up. But we have to fold down the center row first, or it's not going to fold. Now we can get that down, and you can get that 50-50 distribution for the third row and 60-40 distribution for the center row. As you can see, the center row didn't fold because the front seat is a little declined. But if this was the German manufacturers, you would have to coat something in or something. But if we quickly do that, from the button here, it's going to fold down. pretty good amount of storage in my opinion, but if you want to get it up, you can do that too from this button. And the third row is usable, but it's not for long trips and stuff, but it is better than the GLE. But the X5 and the Q7 have a little more practicality, but not in terms of size. If we get this down, we can come to the car's rear and the bottom section. It is pretty nice. You have a redesigned rear. It has more chrome treatments, and then you have the reverse lights at the bottom, and then you have the number plate slot. Now let's get inside the GV80. So before we get inside, this car has a beautiful spec in this green and the brown interior, but these seats are better than the GLE and the X5 because those don't even get quilting and stuff, and this is actually less expensive. So if you want to get inside the third row, you press this button on the side, and then it's going to completely do it, and then you have to squeeze in. Squeezing in the GLE was harder, but it is a Mercedes at the end of the day. And then let's get that forward too, and then for getting this behind, I just have to pull. There's a holder here, or you can pull it through here, getting it all the way back and getting this all the way back. Getting the headrest up for the back. This is a brand new car, that's what has the packaging. It is not as comfortable, I'm not gonna lie, but you can recline the seats a bit, and it's nice. Not a bad place to be. You have AC vent, you have your speaker Alcantara roof, you have the light placements here. It's pretty nice in here, not gonna lie. And when are you gonna get your separate climate control for the back? So you don't have to say anything to the driver, you can do that by yourself. And then just look at all the trims here. Damn, everything is so fancy. Press this button, your little storage area opens up, but only that side gets it. And then you have the button for reclining and getting the seat a little back. Pretty nice in here, not bad. I'm just gonna press this button for giving me access so I could get inside the front. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Now let's get out of here, and then let's get this seat back. Like I said, it's a 60/40 distribution. And then I can get this back, and then I can adjust this from here. Now let's get inside into the center row, as the center row is the more comfortable place to be in. But let's get this back first, and then let's get this here, and then let's fix this. The center row, knee room, headroom is more than enough. It's pretty comfortable in here, not gonna lie. You have a center armrest with 2 cup holders, and you have a storage area with quilting inside as well. It's actually considered a very luxurious car. Seats are comfortable, it is heated as well. It's really nice, I'm not gonna lie. And the windows are not double glazed, but you can get it up, and then you have a power curtain as well. GLE and the X5 can get that, but it's optional extra, but this car comes in standard. So that's nice, it's pretty comfortable. You have the climate control at the back. The back seats are ventilated and heated too, so that's impressive. And then you have a single zone climate here, and you have a single zone climate at the back. You have 2 USBs and an actual plug for charging your laptop. That's nice. And then you have the AC vents on the top. And now I'm going to get inside the front, but before that, if you need more room, you can just move the front passenger seat. You don't have to ask, or you don't have to ask the driver or anything. You just do it by yourself. And then you have some mirrors here to see yourself. Pretty cool, pretty nice. And then you have one here as well. And then for opening the curtains, I can just do that by the button here. And then it's going to open the panoramic sunroof. Cool. Let's get inside the front now. The doors are nice. You have Bang & Olufsen speaker, like I mentioned before. You have the door handle with the sea salt trim all around. You have leather all the way back, and then if you go back, you can see the leather. Then if you come down, you have your grab handle with your window buttons and your lock and unlock. You have the different colors, and then you have the bottle holders with your big speaker. Pretty nice, pretty cool. And then you have the side illumination light as well. That's going to affect at night. But now let's close this and get inside the front seats. Look at the dash. It is completely redesigned and it is really nice. I'm not saying the previous one was bad, but I actually like the previous design, but now they did the screen togethers. It's not bad. You have full leather treatment on the top. You have your airbag with your AC vent and your sea salt trim all the way coming till here. It's pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. You have a lockable glove box with decent amount of room. The seats are completely ventilated and heated and completely powered, and then you have the quilting all around, and the seats are so comfortable, I'm not gonna lie. Such a good thing to have in your car. And then the seats are completely powered, like I mentioned. And then if I just turn the car on for a second, I can open the front portion panoramic roof too. And it is actually a big opening considering it's a panoramic roof. That's nice. And for closing it, I can do it the same with this button, and it's going to close it. And then I just press it again for closing it again, and then you have some light placements here. And it's cool how the light turns on. It's like very nice animated. And then you have a sunglass holder here that's quilted inside. And everything is Alcantara. There's no fabrics nowhere. Now let me show you some storage areas. If you just open this, there's a bit of storage here where you have some stuff. But let's just quickly close that. And then you have some buttons here, first of all, that I'm going to come to later, but this is for the drive modes. This is for the buttons for the 360 and the parking sensor, the auto start stop. You have the sea salt trim with the cup holders with ambient lighting inside. The gear knob has crystal all around. You have park at the center, and for reverse neutral drive you move it around. This is for your auto hold. This is for your fingerprint scanner that the car is going to get now, so you can scan that. And this is your infotainment system controller. It's pretty nice how you can control that. And then you have some shortcut buttons here. If you open this, you have your wireless charger with 2 USB-C tabs and a 12-volt. And then you have the car's climate control right here. Let's come to the car's full digital infotainment system and instrument cluster. So this is a 27-inch full digital OLED display. So whenever you get inside the car, first of all, the Genesis GV80 comes in the instrument cluster. And then whenever you hop in or hop out, it turns around, so for showing you that the lights do move and come back. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button here, and then your entire screen is going to turn on. There are no edges. This is a complete screen, so it's completely together. As you can see here, there's no edges, so that's cool. It's not bad. So let's come from the top till the bottom. You have a full digital rear view camera, like I mentioned, and then you can also turn it off and turn it back on, so that's cool. And then after we come down, we come to the actual car's infotainment. Infotainment is a big thing. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, that's standard. You have the own navigation from Genesis where you can search your destinations and wherever you want to go. And then you can also project your phone, like I said, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can go to setup, you can go to your 3D setup, so for looking at your car and all of the car's lights. So if you want to see inside, you can do that too. And then you can control the car's seats, vehicle settings, climate, heads-up display, cluster, and then see outside as well. So if we go to cluster, we can control the brightness, as you can see. So from here. And then if we get out of there, we can control a lot more stuff, like how many different themes do they have. So if we look at the cluster, as we are going to do now. So this is theme A. As you can see, the speedometer is changing. This is theme B. This is theme C. And this is theme D. So I'm just going to leave it at A for the meantime. And let's get out of here. We can turn off auto start stop and turn that on and control the information that we want in the middle as well. We can control the heads-up display, vehicle settings, climate, like I said. If we go outside, we can control all of the different stuff like the car's driving assistance, 360-degree camera, roof and headlights, and all of that controls. If we get out of there, you have voice memo, you have radio, media, you have map, climate, and your mood. You have your seat controllers, you have passenger talk, quiet mode, and all your different modes for your standard amenities. It's pretty cool. You have the navigation set up, and then you have the time. Now you can see how big of a screen this car actually has. If you want to see the cameras, this is the car's front camera, as you can see. This is the wider view. This is the wider view. This is the both side views. This is the full front angle view, however you want. This is the rear. This is the rear angle views. And then this is the wider view for the back. And then this is the up view. And then if you want the 360, you can enjoy that too. and you can control that completely by the swivel wheel. I mean, it knows that it's a facelifted, and how do you have a front window tint on your car when you actually don't? Pretty cool, pretty nice. Whenever you change the drive mode, it changes a bit, but it doesn't come on the actual infotainment. So now let's come to the car's climate and other stuff. You have your shortcut buttons here with your volume and tuning knob. You have your climate controls for either side, auto off, and your front windshield heater. You have ventilated seats and heated seats, like I mentioned. Wherever you want the air, you can just touch. You have a perfume and a heated steering wheel. You can get the climate down by that button, and then you can control the other side from here. You can control the rear climate from here as well, and control the third climate from here as well. Pretty cool. Then after this, we can come to the car steering. That is fully leather. This is a new design. You have some buttons here for the safety systems and the volume, or for setting your cruise control. And then you have this button for controlling the instrument cluster. You have your high beam hazards here, and then you have the windshield wiper controls here, and the blast is actually not bad. Now let me show you the car's instrument cluster. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button that is located on the right side of the steering wheel. You can see the infotainment is always nice, like it had on the Genesis vehicles. And then you have this control, so if you want to control this screen, you can also do that. If you want to control the other screen, you can also do that. It's pretty nice and pretty handy. So first of all, you have your speed here. So the top speed is 260. You have the fuel gauge there, the range you're going to get with the fuel that it has, the outside temperature, which gear you're in, your seatbelt monitor, your speed monitor, and the car's center information panel. So if you want to control that, you can do that by this button. So if I just tap on that, so if I want the car's safety systems, I can have that, or if I want the radio, I can have that, or if I want to change it into something else like the navigation, I can have that too. It's cool, it's nice. You have the car's lane keeping assist and the RPM and the auto start stop and the total kilometer this car has. And when you change the driving modes, you can see the driving modes here. So you have sport, you have individual, that's called my, and you have comfort and eco. And the side boosters actually change however you want to do it. And for changing the themes that I'm going to do it now, so let's go to the 3D setup, and then we can get inside, and then we can go to the car's cluster, and then now we can see the different trims. So this is theme B, this is theme C, and this is theme D. I'm going to leave it at B for the meantime. And that's pretty much it for the infotainment and the full screen of the Genesis GV80. It has the heads-up display. The heads-up display is really nice. You have the lane keeping assist and the speed limit monitor, and the map also comes there, so that's cool. And whenever you turn it off, it does a nice animation, says Genesis, and goes away. Now we can come to the car's door. So first of all, you have the sea salt trim, then you have the AC vent, then you have the brightness of the instrument cluster and your hill descent control and your traction control. This is for opening the boot and your parking brake. Then you have the button for controlling the full power lead, tilt, and telescopic steering, as you can see from here. So that's a very useful stuff. This is for your fuse box. This is your dead pedal, brake pedal, and your gas pedal. This is where you open the hood of the car. You have the full power seats, as you can see here, and it is actually massaged as well. You have the Genesis side trim on there, and then if we come to the door, the Bang & Olufsen speakers, as you can see, and then you have the door handle with the sea salt trim all the way till the back, and then you have all of your different ambient lighting all around. Seat memories are here. You have the grab handle, you have the child locks and the window openers and the exterior mirror controls. And then if I just get the window down, I can show you that it is, I have to press it again for accessories mode, so you can see the window that's double glazed. So now outside noise is going to come inside. And then you have the leather all around with the big speaker and a little bit of storage where you can put some bottles. And we are done with this car, so if you do like it, make sure you hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to watch any other Genesis vehicles, you can let me know in the comment section. Thanks to Genesis of Brampton and thanks to Mikey for providing this car to me. It has been a very, very easy way of reviewing Genesis cars because of him, because he gives me all of the cars in the ease, so that's nice. But until then, I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Enjoy life.